Hey everybody, it's your girl Bunny. To all of my returning subscribers, hey, how you doing? And for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. Kick your feet up, subscribe to this family-friendly channel, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you don't miss any posts. Also follow me on Instagram at the same profile name so you don't miss the sneak peeks of what's coming up next. In this video, it's episode 4 entitled A Wolf in Chic Clothing. I give a full episode recap with photos offset to the side, and then I give my review at the end. No need to dig around and keep all of the minute marks in the comments. It's all coming up next. Anna introduces investors to her preferred property for the Anna Delvey Foundation. She presses the exclusiveness and access. Each area is designed for certain art pieces and pop-up shops. She impresses them all so much, they already estimate $4 million per year for leasing, $25 million for renovations, and $40 million to finance. Viv is amazed at Anna's work plan strategy. Top investors were on her side, as well as architects. The top wealthy names to just structure the restaurants. Are you telling me that A.B. Rosen owns this 281 location, the biggest and richest real estate mogul in Manhattan? In her mind, Anna thinks that she has this in the bag. She just needed funding for over $40 million. She kicks the box of files of evidence with frustration. I can't believe people were seriously considering funding this project. Viv's co-workers notice that she's having constant stomach pains. Viv calms her co-workers, telling them that stomach pains are normal. Let's just focus on the issue at hand here, huh? Viv goes to see Alan Reed. She lets him know that this environment, if we speak, I'm not working for the Manhattan, but rather two strangers talking, admiring a painting. The other option would be on behalf of the Manhattan, going to your place of work, naming names and questioning the colleagues. So it's up to you. You shouldn't feel embarrassed. Your name won't be shared, your reputation will be intact, and no one has to know that we even spoke. I just want your side of the story. How did you meet Anna, and when did you help her? Why did you help her? Before any conversation can develop, Alan says no before walking away. We get an idea of Alan's fluidity of everyday life. Alan goes to the court to exercise. He's the VIP member who's always in court 1. He gets word that a friend wants him to speak to an heiress who wants to develop an exclusive club-like setting. It's Soho feel, but better. All she needs is some advising. We can even possibly split the profit if this venture takes off. Anna wakes up to the aftermath of a party. She isn't up for investors yet, but she wants to figure out a way to have full ownership so no one else can have the profits. Billy wants Anna to invest in his celebrity party since he's supplying her with A-list connections, but she calls his idea an event too small scale for her. Alan is very accomplished, showing his very orchestrated morning of clothes selection, a prepared breakfast from a servant, and a quick goodbye to his wife to start the day. He gets an update from his daughter Julia and very quickly notioned that her internship and cooking classes are very sexist and she's not meant to be a chef. She quickly tells him she's maxed out her credit cards and she needs more money, saying goodbye and quickly shooing her dad off the phone. Anna listens to how Alan conducts business before joining him in his office to discuss the Anna Delvey Foundation. But Alan points out that it's not so different from the Soho house. She doesn't have any KPIs, market research, or has even dealt with art before. You have no quantifiable professional experience in what you want or any other business. The cherry on the top, no capital in the States. You need a track record. I'm not convinced of what you're trying to sell me, so we can just end this meeting. Anna is now focused that she has to wiggle her way into this financial boys club. She comes back to see Alan unannounced, trying to convince him once again, but he wants her to go away, as the appointments are what he does in his business, not pop-ups. Vivian speaks with another executive from another banking firm. She wants to know if Anna had $60 million in her trust fund, allegedly, why would she need a loan? Didn't that seem odd? The banker explains that rich people don't like to take risk with their own money. The bank assumes that the risk is something that they'll take on later for their capital. If all goes well, the bank can also get money. Anna said that her assets were all in Germany, so she needed a line of credit at the bank to start the ball rolling when it came to ADF. A lot of banks turned her down. They're Wall Street. No one took her seriously. Anna was smart and knew that she needed to look the part. Money moves around in the rich by relationships and introductions, and Anna needed a sponsor. Anna dyes her hair and applies glasses to smarten up her look. When she tries to speak to Alan yet again, he's fed up and begins to call security. As he's doing so, Anna goes into a speech about how if she were a man in a suit from an Ivy League school, maybe that they wouldn't have a problem. He must think about the things his daughter will face when she goes into the work world. Now he's listening. Anna then hands over the booklets with the proposed profits and says that Peter Haneke handles her family business that's located in Germany. He can handle all of the information and wire a retainer. Alan still wants confirmation on capital and the particulars of Anna's trust fund and wants to be sure instead of jumping into this approved process. To sway some comfort, Anna invites him to a party to meet her advisors. If he wants to hear how valuable ADF is, then this is a potential moment. When Alan arrives to the party, Anna is very nervous, pressing this narrative that maybe her father would be proud of her if she was a boy. Minglings among the rich begin and business cards begin to flow. Anna then announces her appreciation for everyone coming to her party, and Alan is impressed. The next day, he calls this alleged Peter, and Peter confirms that he will send a statement of assets and holding, proof of funds, a list of trustees, and bin of finances. Peter says that he'll receive everything tomorrow. Alan reviews the paperwork on his desk, wondering if he should wait on Peter. Back at that Manhattan, co-workers are baffled. Okay, look at this document. New client confirmation forms to serve to validate if a person has their alleged funds. Does the client have the means and assets? Also listed here, does the client have the money to pay for the services? And look, the attorney checks yes or no, and Alan Reed checks yes. Viv can't believe it. So you mean to tell me that Anna was crashing on Billy McFadden's sofa? She was broke, right? And Alan is the senior equity partner? Really? He lived through the 80s. He saw Belfort, Trump, Lehman's, Madoff, and yet he fell for Anna's BS? Another morning, Alan gets ready for work. This time, he asks his wife to remember the days that they used to walk and enjoy the city and even take an eye viewing at pet stores. And the wife reminds him, yes, I remember you used to always tell me that you hated that over and over. One late night, Viv can't sleep because the baby is busy kicking. Do you think Alan and Anna were sleeping together? I mean, why else would he give her the keys to the city? I tried to find evidence of gift purchases, hotels, secret dinners. There was nothing. I'm gonna give Peter Haneke a call. I mean, it's 3 a.m. in New York, but it's morning in Germany. Straight to voicemail. The notion of Alan having an inappropriate relationship is comical. With lawyers, it's all about organization credit and billable hours. The organization credit goes to the partner who brings the client in. For an equity partner like Alan, that money is perpetuity. Even if the client spans decades of work, sometimes when a big fish goes by you, you don't waste time thinking if it's a mall or a carp. You just cast a net and reel it in. Maybe he thought it was a chance to get tens of millions of dollars in revenue. All billable hours, no charity for her. Everything he did, every meeting, every introduction, billable. He was making bank, possibly $2,000 an hour. That doesn't even include junior lawyer or paralegal workings for her case. The real question is, how does a partner do more than 200 hours of work without a retainer in place? Maybe he just lost his touch. Viv then stops by to talk with Todd about the lawyers and the billable hours. Anna never paid. He helped her for no money. Why is Todd even helping her? Todd explains that he just wanted to help her. He just wanted to give her respect. But Viv says, so I guess she's not paying you either. His only response? No comment. Alan assures to Anna that the offers will come pouring in soon. He vents about how his daughter isn't doing anything with her life, despite how her parents are doing any and everything for her, opening up doors that she wants. Anna says that at one point her dad cut her off once, giving her no choice but to stand on her own 2 feet. She points out a painting to Alan that he should purchase, and he does, placing it in his office. It's a normal morning, but this time it's out of routine. Alan kisses his wife, even startling her. He owes it to just wanting to kiss her and say good morning. There's a call from the alleged Peter to Alan's office, and he says that he's happy with the process. 2 banks are now interested. Alan still needs the paperwork though, and says his assistant will send the invoices and retainer information. Peter says that he will write a transfer of all the monies within the next few days. After the call, Alan is now on cloud 9, thinking of the possible profits. A nice night on the town, and Alan takes his wife to a restaurant that Anna suggested. Later on, their daughter joins them and even notices his new glasses, also suggested by Anna. They have news for their daughter. Since French cooking courses didn't work, what's next? 2.5 years and all of your friends are graduating. She needs to be more responsible and commit to a job or school. They're cutting her off. The next morning, they're up before the clock with enjoying sex. There's surely a new spark in their marriage. Billy is impressed to see Anna being such a boss. He's also excited about his up-and-coming party event called Fire Festival. Viv's co-worker, Maud, is furious. Viv, she stole an entire jet. Even Barry joins into this restroom party. We have Blade's witness statements. Anna chartered a $35,000 private plane to take her to Omaha. She never paid. Blade is pressing charges and working with the DA, saying that they were scammed. Why would somebody need a private jet to go to Omaha? David gives a toast to her loan application passing the first stages to ADF and Fortress. He invites her with tickets to Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett's conference. Wow. To get the jet, Anna calls someone who attended her party and gladly shared his card, Ron Wheaton, CEO of Private Jet Services. He sends Anna the requirements for plane reservations to his assistant. Anna arrives to the jet site, but the employees notice that the wire transfer hasn't arrived. Without payment, no one can fly. Although one argues that the CEO said, assist Mrs. Delvey with the required plane in his email. We don't want to tell the boss's friend she can't fly. Anna also has brought others with her to enjoy the ride. One employee tries to stop her, but she just says, call Ron, I have a meeting to get to. Ron explains to Viv that she was going to Warren Buffett's party, so I told them to let her fly. I believed that the wire would eventually arrive. Rich people are careless with their money, and I just thought maybe she was ditzy. Alan thanks his friend with tremendous gratitude. Thank you for introducing me to this German heiress, Anna Delvey. Everything seems to be working out. We got Fortress for their approval of a $40 million loan. It's looking like annual revenue could be $200 million. Anna gloats about how much she travels, and the men fill her in that they're ditching the conference. The real deal is a secret party for VIPs only. Like Bill Gates. Todd argues with Viv that she can't connect criminal intent with a business meeting. 2 banks confirmed a loan. She was just waiting on the money to come through. Viv is so intrigued. This secret party was like rich people's Coachella. Todd is alarmed by Viv's constant pain and tells her that he's a dad. He's seen this type of pain and pressure before. He tells her to get down on all fours and then proceeds to pressure pop her lower back. And it does the trick. The pain is gone. I love you. He credits 9 years of marriage and 2 kids. It helped him with understanding everything. Anna arrives at the access line, but then is only permitted to the conference, not the party. She gets a call from David that the loan underwriters are ready for the next step. All they need is $100K to lock in everything. She then calls Alan in a panic, saying that all of her money is in Europe. Alan tells her to calm down. We still have City National Bank. Reggie at CNB will come through for you with the loan, and that will secure the lease for 281. Anna offers Alan an ADF board role, as she's impressed at his calm mystique. He promises her that he'll take care of everything. Anna flies back on the jet, barging into Reggie's office at C&B. He tells her that the information from Peter was very vague. The underwriters could not be convinced. The loan was declined. Anna then vents to Alan that everyone around her doesn't support her. There's nobody on her side, and everybody wants her to fail. Alan tells her that he will talk to Reggie and handle everything. Alan calls Peter, saying they need a transfer ASAP, but it's the same answer from Peter. Everything is still pending or either on the way. He then speaks with Reggie. Look, David with Fortress was already starting, and it's due diligence and will approve. She's going to have the backing to float within 5 years. Now, with that additional information, Reggie wants to make things right. He tells Anna that they're going to open a bank account for her in good faith of $200,000 to show and keep her business. She can withdraw money at any time. All he needs is her signature. Back at the Manhattan, Maud has found several credit card bill statements that Anna purchased several accounts through Telefonica, a phone operator in Europe. She spent $100 on a SIM card. SIM cards store information. Now, there are virtual SIM cards, which allows a virtual app. It lets you run phone numbers from different countries. Now we get to the good part. Viv goes to Alan. Did you know about Peter Haneke? As the audience, we then see Anna using a voice-changing app, posing as Peter. She used a SIM card to run a German number. There was never a Peter Haneke. All while Viv explains it, Alan can't believe his ears. Viv visits Anna, and she goes on and on about how her father probably only wanted all boys. She's smart, but her brother is the real genius. Alan will be fine. She's the one in prison, while Alan will probably get promoted. Men, they fell upward all the time. Anna seems to take no accountability and paints herself as the victim. Viv can't wait to get home, not only to tell her husband about the new method to help her back, but also the updates about everything. Anna was right. He wasn't even punished. He was even promoted to global head of the real estate division, $2 million a year before bonuses and equity shares. He allowed his firm to be defrauded, and they promoted him. All while Trump plays on the TV, zero consequences. Although when Alan returns to his court, he's assigned to court 12 instead of 1. It's silence without speaking, clearly embarrassed by his peers. And that is the end of the episode. Make sure to check out discussion questions down below. Leave your thoughts, and remember, if you've seen the series in its entirety, make sure to be courteous and put spoiler alert warnings before your statement. Stay tuned for episode 5. Until next time, bye!